Let me ask you something. If I gave you the chance to own a piece of a company like Tesla, not work for it, not just buy their products, but actually own it, would you take it? Because that's exactly what people are doing every single day. And most people don't even realize it. You've probably heard people say things like, buy the dip, or I'm investing in stocks. But what are they actually buying? Here's the truth. They're buying ownership. Not hype, not numbers on a screen. Ownership. Imagine this. There's a small pizza shop in your area. It's always full. People love it. Lines out the door every weekend. Now the owner comes to you and says, hey, I want to expand, open more branches, but I need money. So I'm willing to give you 10% of my business if you invest. If you say yes, you now own 10% of that shop. That means if the business grows, your piece grows too. That is a stock. It's not complicated. It's just ownership, sliced into tiny pieces. Now here's where it gets interesting. Why would a company give away ownership? Simple. Because growth is expensive. Big companies need money to build new products, hire people, expand globally. And instead of borrowing money and paying interest, they sell pieces of themselves. And the crazy part? They don't have to pay that money back. So it's a win-win. The company gets funding, and you get a shot at owning something that could grow. But let's make this real. Meet David. David hears about a new tech startup. He believes in it early, so he invests $1,000. At first, nothing happens. Months go by, maybe even years. Then suddenly, the company blows up. Now that $1,000, it's worth $5,000, $10,000, maybe even more. Why? Because the company became more valuable, and David owns a piece of it. But let's not pretend this is easy money, because the opposite can also happen. Same David, same $1,000. But this time, the company struggles. Competitors take over. Sales drop. Now his investment, $600, $300, maybe even zero. That's the game. Stocks can build wealth, but they can also destroy it if you don't understand what you're doing. Now you might be wondering, where do people even buy these things? You don't walk into a store. You go to something called a stock exchange. Think of it like a giant online marketplace, where people are constantly buying and selling pieces of companies. Some of the biggest ones in the world are the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. And today, you don't need to be rich or connected. You can literally start from your phone. Now, here's something most beginners don't know. Not all stocks are the same. There are two main types. First, common stock. This is what most people buy. You get voting rights, meaning you actually have a say, even if it's small, in how the company is run. And if the company grows fast, this is where the big money is. But there's a catch. Higher reward means higher risk. If things go bad, you're last in line to get anything. Then there's preferred stock. This one is different. You don't really get voting power, but you get something people love: consistency. Preferred stockholders usually get paid dividends first, which is basically the company sharing profits with you. Less exciting, but more stable. So, which one is better? Depends on you. Do you want growth or predictability? Now let's answer the real question. Why do people invest in stocks at all? Why not just save money? Because saving alone is slow. Very slow. In many cases, your money is growing at maybe 1 to 2% a year. But historically, stocks have averaged much higher returns over the long term. That's why people play the game. Not for quick wins, but for long-term growth. And if you understand it properly, it can completely change your financial future. But here's the part most people ignore. Buying a stock isn't just clicking a button. You're choosing a business, a real one, with real people, real risks, real outcomes. So don't just follow hype. Understand what you're investing in. Because at the end of the day, the question isn't, should I invest? The real question is, what am I actually owning? And once you understand that, you're already ahead of most people. Now, if you enjoy watching videos like this on finance, hit the like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.